Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today in front of me here I have this budget-friendly 3D printer, and this thing is actually pretty small and also light as well, and it can do some amazing prints like this too. And also it does have some downsides as well, so let's get right into it and we're gonna take a closer look. But before we look at all the features, looking at the print quality here and looking at the small boat here, usually this is when you're looking at other reviewers testing out 3D printers, you most likely will see this boat coming up. And the quality of this is actually very good because there's like no stringing, no warping. It actually did an amazing job here. And it looks like the roof here is pretty flat. Everything like it looks the way it's supposed to look like, which is very nice. Then you get to prints like this, where they don't really look the way they're supposed to. This one is kind of all messed up. And the reason why is because it came off the bed, because there was not much support in this. So you kind of have to make those adjustments as well. And also looking at the materials. Currently, PLA is the best material for this 3D printer here. I did try the PETG here. It looks very nice. Like this is like a see-through green. I really wanted to use it on this, but unfortunately, it just doesn't look good. Like their stringing, the print quality and everything just doesn't look good. And making it stick here, it's kind of like impossible. So I did try blue painter's tape here, did nothing. And also the glue stick, it held up for a bit, but after like it got to this point, it just like came off. So you're gonna kind of face those situations because this does not have a heated bed. So most likely you're gonna be stuck printing with the PLA filament here. Anything like PETG or anything like that, you're probably just better off sticking to the PLA here because it does a good job. And you're also able to print something like this, some musical instruments if you want to. And it actually does work too. And also this phone holder, it does come with its own little screw here. I'm gonna take it off. And the good thing is it does fit, everything fits perfectly the way it's supposed to here. So like bolts and nuts and things like that, you're able to print those easily actually, which is very good considering how small this 3D printer is. And this is almost like under $200 on some websites too, which is actually a pretty good deal. So if you are a beginner, never had a 3D printer, this is actually a very good start, because if you're not looking to print something big, something like small just to get the hang of it and so you're not gonna screw up anything, this is actually a very good printer to get started with. It does have the auto leveling. Pretty much what you need to do, it does come with its own Cura software, so unfortunately you're not able to use the newer versions, but that's the case with this one. So it does come with its own software and then micro SD card. Just put that on your PC, put in the STL file you want to print, and just save it to the micro SD card. Stick the SD card in here and hit the print button here and you're set. You don't need to do any adjustments, leveling, or anything like that. So the only thing you're gonna end up doing is pretty much using a glue stick, because sometimes even PLA has a hard time sticking into here. So I would definitely advise you to get one of these glue sticks. I have a washable one here because it just makes it washing this after very easy. So when it comes to a successful print with this mini 3D printer here, one thing I would advise is on the first layer, making that go very slow, like I'm gonna show here on the Cura settings. So taking a look at the Cura software that it comes with here. So this is the version it comes with, the 20.03, so it is an older version. So the first thing that you kind of need to do is just go ahead and click load here. And I already have a STL file. I'm just gonna go ahead and click open. And with most prints, what you're gonna end up seeing is here a gray item. So that means this thing is like too big. So what I'm gonna do is just go under scale down here. And let's just say I wanna use it at like 0.8. And right now it is like orange, and right now it fits perfectly fine. And up here now it's just loading the time it will take for this to print. And this all, the timing up here all depends on the settings you're gonna choose here. So right now it's gonna take 2 hours and 18 minutes. But if I want the layer height to go to 0.2, so 0.2 meaning it's gonna look better. The quality of the print is gonna be way better. But 0.2, 0.3, if you're printing something like this one, if you don't need that much detail, I would definitely go like 0.3 and up a little bit so the print is faster, because right now it went to 3 hours and 15 minutes. And looking at the advanced settings, so these are some of the settings I had to adjust. The initial layer line width, I put it to 90%, so at the first layer it's gonna lay it a little bit lower, the extruder lower, so that way it can stick better. So that way your print is not gonna fall off after, like for example, after maybe 1 or 2 hours, it's gonna not fall off. So you kinda need to make those adjustments. And also bottom layer speed. So this is one of the other things I had to touch on this printer, because I had to make this way lower than the other layers, because the first layer, just so it sticks better on the bed. So after you're happy with all the settings here, the timing and everything, just go ahead and click the save button, and it's gonna go ahead and save it to your micro SD card, and you're kind of done. Just take that SD card to your printer and you're good to go. So taking a closer look at the back here, we do have the SD card option, and also you can see load, print and unload switch. So those are kind of important, and we have the Wi-Fi, optional USB there, and the micro USB and the power here. So to go ahead and load the filament here, what you want to do is just squeeze this and go ahead and put it in there, and just push it in until it goes at the end of the extruder. And right now it's stopped. And what I want to do now is just put it on the load here. So right now it's just gonna take maybe a minute or so just for it to heat up, and then it's gonna start eating up the filament. And once that's done, what you wanna do is just go ahead and switch it to print here. Don't leave it like load and unload, always leave it at print, and just from the front side of it. If you see this red flashing here on the button, that means it's heating up, so you kinda have to wait for it. It will sometimes take more than a minute or so to heat up. And then once it's green, just go ahead and click it once and it will start printing. So my overall thoughts on this mini 3D printer here. It actually does a pretty good job for the amount it sells for. And also it's like a very small factory, so you can pretty much place it anywhere you want to. And back here you can probably see it does not come with a filament holder, so I had to kind of like 3D print one. And it actually works pretty well. So that's the first thing I would do actually, is go ahead and print some filament holders here, so you don't have to place the filament like flat or anything like that. And it does work very well. So this is like kind of why you want to use the 3D printer here, because it does come useful. You're able to make like a phone holder here, filament holder, so, and print fun things too, like little small toys and things like that. And everything looks and works great too. So one thing I wish this printer had is a heated bed, because that's kind of like preventing it to use materials like the PETG and some other materials, because things don't really stick in here so well. And especially if you're in a colder room, anything like that, it's gonna have a harder time like sticking in there. But when it comes to the ease of use, it's actually pretty straightforward. Just stick in the SD card, hit the print button, and whenever you want to load the printer, that's very straightforward as well. You don't really need to do anything there. And there's no leveling the bed or anything like that with some other 3D printers. And obviously when you first start 3D printing, you're gonna face issues like I showed here, and stringing and all that is gonna get frustrating for a bit. But just until you play around with the settings, just like setting the first layer to be a little bit slower, and so the extruder can go a little bit more down, adjusting those percentage, and after you will get the hang of it. And also the temperatures, this can go up to 220 Celsius. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Also, if you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn the notifications on. If you guys have any questions about this printer that I forgot to mention on this video, go ahead and leave it in the comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. I'll see you guys in the next video.